Hello, hi everyone. It's been a week without takeaways. I only ordered a takeaway once, which was a falafel, so it doesn't count. Overall, I've been eating no junk and I've been cooking rigorously throughout the week. And today I'm going to share one of the recipes which I usually cook in the end of the week, end of the weekend for the week to eat for a couple of days. And this is a coconut chickpea curry. If you're vegan like me, you'll probably get asked of where you get your protein from, so send them this video. This is where you get your protein from. It's full of flavor. I used to really hate curries because they always seemed a little bit too liquid to me with less and less flavor. This one is a burst of flavor. I have to warn you though, for the person that looks like me, I'm from Russia, so I have quite high spice tolerance, and this thing is kind of spicy for me. So I'm not saying if you're from India this is going to be spicy for you. No, maybe you don't find it satisfactory enough. But for me it was a little bit on the spicier edge, and there were 3 levels of spiciness to it. I would say these were chili flakes, chilies, raw chilies with seeds, and the curry paste. So the curry paste, I would say it's one of the things that you want to keep because it gives it the curry flavor, but you can switch around different curry pastes which are more or less spicy. As I said, chili flakes, you can omit them, but the spicy thing is actually the raw chilies with seeds. You can remove the seeds, it will be less spicy. Here you have it, here is the recipe, and let's start. Now, the chickpeas. If you're vegan, I do recommend to soak the chickpeas maybe overnight if you're on a plant-based diet. I won't get too much into details, but I do recommend doing it. It will be easier for digestion, most probably, and it will increase the micro and macronutrient absorption not only in the chickpeas but in the rest of the products as well. And a small note on the lentils. So those are red lentils. As you see, they're quite small, they're so tiny. They typically do not require soaking, although what I saw my Indian friends doing, they do soak everything that they cook. This helps release some of the anti-nutrients. If you're someone who's struggling with digesting legumes and grains, do soak them. It wouldn't hurt, but it might make it easier for you to digest. Because this recipe uses an instant pot, you can of course cook it in a saucepan. In an instant pot or the pressure cooker, the electric pressure cooker, you have a little bit less control over the heat settings when you saute things. So in general, I do prefer to prep everything before I go ahead with cooking. So for example, when you need to fry your onions and then add bell peppers, you don't have to be crazy about not burning your onions. You just keep an eye on the onions, concentrate on the onions and stir them from time to time, or stir them constantly, however you like it, and then add your aromatics and add your bell peppers, which are already cut, so you don't have to switch gears all the time. You just focus on one thing at a time and you do it well. And moreover, you finish with cleaner kitchen because you finish with just like the bowls that you have to rinse or wash, or however you do it, put it in a dishwasher. You don't end up with piles of mess all over you just because you didn't have time to clean up throughout the process. And a note on the use of lemon here. Here I'm adding lemon into the hot mixture, in the hot cooked everything. This is done for the acidity purpose. If you're after the vitamin C and its benefits and how it's combined with iron in spinach to increase iron absorption from plant sources, well, you'd better have a raw lemon on the side of your dish, on the side of your plate whenever you're eating it. So whoever wants some extra vitamin C, they can take it from there, because vitamin C is actually heat sensitive. So when you add it to the hot, you don't have vitamin C, but the way we cook it in this curry, in the beginning of the process, you have other stuff happening there. You have either micronutrients, macronutrients, carotenes and everything. You have the flavor, you have the meatiness. You don't have vitamin C. So if you want some, you can add some extra on the side. Another thing about lentils, they typically do cook faster than chickpeas because they're so tiny and they get soft really fast, and you won't find them in the curry. They will just dissolve and form this, give it the color, the pretty orange color if you like it. You don't need to add them right in the beginning, you add them later. So what I did, I pressure cooked the chickpeas with aromatics, with onion, with garlic, with everything, and then I pressure cooked it for 10 minutes. Then I released the pressure. I added red lentils. If I had green lentils, I would add those as well, and then I closed it back and then pressure cooked everything for 20 more minutes. And I hope you guys like the taste. This is going to be the third week for me without any takeaways. This is not only healthier, this is so much cheaper than eating delivery, like for real. This is a real money saver, and whoever tells you that eating healthy is very expensive, it's actually not. It's actually way cheaper than not eating healthy. It's much more filling, you feel much more satisfied, you feel way less moody. This is important. Just imagine that all the food that you consume is actually used to rebuild your brain, your muscle tissue, your heart, like all those vitals, and they get recreated from the food that you eat. It cannot be more intimate than that.